Hello, everyone. So, Path of Exile had an update. So, we're just jumping into Guild Wars for like an hour or something. We'll see. Uh, because I hadn't been thinking about streaming Guild Wars today. Yeah, indeed, Novmar. Welcome back. I have come into this with no plans. Usually I will be thinking about what I want to do ahead of time. I wanted to fill in a Young Heroes of Tyria book, though, and I started doing this with some of the people from Spud Club. Yeah. So I think I'm just going to continue doing that. Seems like the thing that makes the most sense to me. As you can see, we've done a few of the 6-person places. Black Knight Dens, Undygen, Poreless Pass, Frostgate. I think I'm going to start by just pulling the bandage off and doing Minister Cho's estate, because that one sucks. Real bad. What is the mission for today? Nundu Bay. Okay, Nundu Bay is not relevant. Factions elite bonus. Okay, that's kind of nice, but not relevant either. Okay, so let's go Minister Cho's estate. This one is just absolutely terrible. The pacing is so bad, but we need to do it if we're going to fill in this book. Hey, Mai. Kind of like Mai's outfit. It's nice. What I'm liking is I'm liking the nice purple to blue gradient on it. Okay, so, what do I want for a 4-person area? I feel like I'm gonna want some splinter weapon. The thing that's tricky here is it's very, very tight. The amount of space you get. Daedalon, how are you being set up? Panic. How are your runes set up, though? Okay, you're kind of fast casting oriented. What I'm inclined towards is do I need... Necro's probably best. What I'm inclined towards is I'm inclined towards having a let's see, illusion magic. I think I need more illusion. Okay, this is awkward. There we go. There we go. Remove hex is probably fine. Cry Frustration. So I want Cry Frustration for the disable. Let's get rid of that. Whoops. I like having the hard res there. Res chance fine. I want Ineptitude. There's going to be a lot of physical attackers on this map. And so, like, this whole pile of things is extremely useful. Where's the signet of clumsiness? There it is. I don't know how much actually hexes are going to be a problem or not. Empathy's alright. Spiritual Pain's probably a good idea. Something like this. And then I think I just straight up want a monk. Probably Ogden is set up. I usually do Ogden runes Divine Favor. He's major. Usually I like soup there, but whatever. We'll roll with it. Okay, we don't need smiting prayers on him. I want about 9 protection prayers. Yeah, let's do... Oh, it's 8. Okay, I see what's going on here. I'll do 1 more in healing prayers. Okay, I'll figure out his bar in a moment. And then I want... Let's see. I think probably what I want is some sort of... Is Livia? Yeah, okay, Livia will do... Ritualist... Less soul reaping. I need 8 blood magic, and I want Okay, I need more channeling than that. Actually, you know what? Let's take 2 points out of death magic. Drop them into channeling. That'll do. Masochism. Yeah, those are fine. I think we'll think about that in a moment. I want Bip and Dark Bond. Dark Bond is actually really good synergy with Bip. Yeah. Right here, because this redirects damage that you would take to your closest minions, so it allows the Bip to be a lot more durable. And then I want this in Splinter Weapon. And then I guess I put a point in Restoration Magic for Flesh My Flesh. Something like this seems fine to me. It's a little bit slow to get started in terms of minion damage, but the Bip is really, really important. 8 is the break point, by the way, for those who don't know, for 5 pips of regen from it, so that's why I wanted to specifically go there with her. That Splinter Weapon's serviceable, and Ancestor's Rage is solid enough. Minions will really help clog things up. Ogden is not doing whatever this mess is, because it's a mess. Okay. So right now I have a little bit of hex removal on Daedalon, but I think it's best if I have Pure Hex, Dwayna's Kiss. I would... Guardian is really good. Shield of Absorption is really good. Prot Spirit is really good. Do I want... I think I need a Healing Elite. I think Healing Burst... I'm going to go for Mend Condition. I don't think there's a ton of conditions here. Mend Condition has a quicker recharge. The Mend Ailment's, I think, better if you're getting swarmed by conditions, but... We have some additional hex removal there, a little bit of condition removal. It would be kind of nice to have additional condition removal, but I don't think it's going to matter that much. I can give him... Actually, Signet of Rejuvenation is a really good idea here because I want some additional... I don't know, this feels fairly tight. I'm not entirely thrilled with it as my only source of healing, so it's not going to be. I'm going to have Avatar of Dwayna that I'm personally using. I think I want less Pious Assault and more Twin Moon Sweep. Vanishing Strike is good, but I don't think I need it here. I'm just trying to pop this with, mostly. This pops itself after a while, this pops itself after a while. Yes, charge helps me get in, but it's maybe not the most important thing I can be doing. Part of what I'm trying to do is also set myself up for future ones as well. So I don't have to do... I want to do a bunch of the 4-person areas, so I don't have to change bars a bunch. Death Charge is nice, though, for just getting in, so maybe I'll just stick with it and not worry about it too much. I could also slap on, like, Faithful Intervention or something, but I don't think that's necessary. Yeah, I think I can just roll with this. We'll see how this goes. These can be a little awkward, but... should be alright. Avatar of Dwayna helps give me some additional party heal going on. And I also need to remember that I have a bunch of consumables that I need to be using because they give me Sweet Tooth points. Okay, this is... Yes, I know I'm a character from another campaign. Thank you. Thank you for that important piece of information. That's where I remember to use my candy corn first so I get the benefit on my avatar the first time I do it. So this one's real slow because they were still trying to figure out how to set up tutorial missions. One of the things that they learned from Guild Wars Prophecies, I think, might as well use the Summoning Stone too on that. Hey, news. Is that they needed more tutorialization. Guild Wars Prophecies didn't just straight up did not have very much in the way of tutorials. So they set up tutorials for factions. And I think they kind of paced it poorly. This mission in particular is very slow. You have a lot of waiting around for Master Toga to tell you how to play the game. It's actually a very strong contrast which will probably be our next mission, is probably Chahbek Village. I don't need to worry about the bonuses here, by the way. So, I mean, I'm probably going to get this one just as a matter of course, because this one's just time-based. But, like Jokanur Diggings, I'm not going to worry about trying to get the bonus on. But anyway, so Guild Wars Prophecies, like you have pre-steering, which is somewhat tutorial. Man, I'm gonna have to shift my brain from Path of Exile to Guild Wars, and they work so differently in like every conceivable way. Okay, that's an exaggeration, but they work very differently. These guys have like shove or something. Oh, there's an argument for whirlwind attack as well. Anyway, because Guild Wars Prophecies, like its tutorial area, is a very distinct separate place and all that sort of stuff. I think we have to go to a ping up here in a moment. The sort of setup for it meant that they gave you kind of a safe space to explore in with minimal consequences. But they didn't do the best job of teaching the player how to play the game. And arguably, they needed to do a better job. And so with factions, they really tried. But it was kind of like their first real stab at making a proper tutorial for the game. And I think it had some misfires. And part of it is Mr. Cho's Estate. Like, basically, they nailed it with Nightfall, relatively speaking. I mean, could it be improved? I don't know. Probably. Maybe. But Factions is this weird thing where you like have a tutorial here, then you do all this other stuff, and then you do Mr. Cho's Estate. And so it's like weirdly late in the process for the like basic tutorial information that it's conveying. So that's weird. Ha! That's hilarious. The Lost Boy was stuck on a random guard. That's funny. So yeah, anyway, long story short, Mr. Cho's Estate's like a worthy experiment, if a bit of a crude one. Yeah, these guys are giving the minions some real trouble. But they're thankfully like in plentiful enough supply. Like the minions' job is partially damage and partially to get in the way. Because it helps the rest of the team be a bit more tanky. Eidolon's definitely the most energy-intensive bar, like, at base. Whatever. I can just spend stuff. I probably want a little bit more enchantment removal. Or maybe I just, instead of running... Or I should grab another enchantment that ends a little bit more readily. That ends pretty quickly. Ideally... I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Actually, Guiding Hands is not a bad idea. Nor is switching this to Irresistible Sweep. I actually kind of like that plan better. Banishing Strike is better in areas where I'm going to have to deal with a lot of hexes being put on me, but... Remember, Irresistible is just better than Twin Moon? Nah, Twin Moon's got to be good here. Okay, yeah, that can just end naturally. There. I just need to order my enchantments a little bit better, too. Hey, a Warrior Tome. Don't mind if I do. free skill. Oh man, it's like it's just like there are so many little things in Guild Wars 1 and Path of Exile that are like on the surface sort of similar, but then when you actually like go into it, it's like, nah, this is not the same at all. Like one of them is very limited inventory spaces, except in this game, items only take up an inventory space, whereas in Path of Exile, they take up multiple often. Just like in this game, you want to pick up all the loot to try to get the rewards for picking up all the loot. In Path of Exile, you really don't want to pick up all the loot because you don't need it. It's just taking up space. Like, the economy is just so different in that game. Okay, yeah, I'm not really feeling Death Charge as being a useful thing to have access to. Maybe I'll just swap out Death Charge for Irresistible Sweep and call that good. That seems like a good plan. I think I'm going to do this in the Chahbek Village. Chahbek Village is basically the better version of this mission. You can see one of the things that's going on with this mission is it's just so slow. I'm just standing here waiting for them to finish talking about how boss enemies work. Now they finally finished that boss enemy off, and so they communicate like all of the same things this does and more in Chahbek Village in like a mission that does not gate you. So if you know what's going on, you can go a lot more quickly. And that makes it a lot more enjoyable to actually play. Oh, I gained a skill point. Don't mind if I do. Okay, yeah, and this is the Warthog section. This is an area where I really wanted an aptitude, and also think that the minions are going to be a huge benefit. As Master Togo teaches Yijo about biodiversity. It's an important lesson. It's a neat idea, too. Especially for all the rangers out there, because these are, like, all things that you can get as pets. That can be really exciting. Hey, Toxic Comp. Thank you for the follow and welcome. I appreciate it. That's actually something that's really cool. I wonder how many people who made a ranger came into this and were like, oh man, I want to get that as a pet. Because I started with prophecies. It's not where my mind was, like, when I played this, but it's actually a cool idea. I mean, we're just fighting bears. In normal mode, these guys use Frenzy. I think they upgraded it to Primal Rage, but that just means it takes some adrenaline to build up for them to take double damage. So I actually, Frenzy, like Primal Rage is a stronger skill, but well, welcome. Yeah, Guild Wars 1's a personal favorite of mine, so. All right. I really like this garden area, like, aesthetically. This would be a neat place to be able to, like, come out and hang out. Ah, yes, the Lost Boy. Yeah, are they... I've not been paying attention. Are they using Shove? I think they're using Shove, but like I said, I've not been paying attention. Yep, I was correct. That could be countered pretty effectively with Can't Touch This, but I don't think it's worth it to try to stuff that on there just for Shove. Better to bring I Am Unstoppable. Most likely. Aha! Banishing Strike gets to do its double damage against a summoned creature. Banishing Strike being especially good against undead minions. It's also notably quite useful here with this avatar, because it's a dervish attack skill, and that lets the avatar remove hexes from me. Chief of which is empathy, that I want removed typically. Yeah, this is helping keep the minions alive a lot too, the Avatar of Dwayna. Let's try to get this out of here. Everything will hang up on it if I don't. Hey, Minister Cho. How you doing? Not well? Cool. Narratively, this is the first of these you see, but you'll see a lot of them later, that's for sure. It's just the diseased minister. Okay, cool. Let's go do Chahbek Village. Maybe. Okay, let's hop over to /warrior and use this warrior tome. I have the goal of getting all skills on this character for no particularly good reason, other than it sounds like a fun objective. So that's the thing that I'm doing. Irresistible is right there. Irresistible sweep is going to be useful, particularly when I get to Ascalon and have to deal with some very annoying devourers that like to really salvageable, huh? 19 iron ingots is pretty good. But some very annoying devourers that like to so if I don't miss the thing, doesn't it? I have to block you. Got there in the end. Got there. That's what I meant to say. I think I missed my window for using those candy cane shards, but that's okay. Hello, Morimoto. Okay, Chahbek Village is in Commodon. The land of the golden sun. So that was Mr. Cho's estate. You saw how that one was. Do we have the timer? Okay, so that took me 12 minutes and 16 seconds, according to the mission complete timer. Chahbek Village down here is going to basically be the exact same thing. Oh, except I have to bring costs. Okay. How do I want to approach this? Who is more important to my mission? Adalon, Olivia. I think Livia. Okay, what do I want Koss doing this? This is the thing I want Koss to be doing. I mean, he's got a solid symbolic strike. That's a knockdown. I think I want him on... I mean, this is acceptable. Except I'm not dealing enough conditions to really make these sing, so let's not do this. This is a build that wants to be partnered with like a ranger or something. Assassin's not a bad idea to have as a secondary though. Let's just not go heavy deadly arts here. I don't. So what I'm torn is, do I want a shadow step on him or not? Or not a shadow step. Do I want here I do want Death's Charge on him. Death's Charge just allows him to teleport in, which is very, very handy. I am inflicting cracked armor. I think I'd rather run Body Blow than Eviscerate. Body Blow is 7 adrenaline at plus 36. Eviscerate is plus 31 at 8 adrenaline. Ipun lasts longer, but it's also not taking up the elite slot. So I think I want sprint. If I can remember where sprint is. It's over here. Get him into combat a little bit more quickly. Look at him, you will die. Executioners is pretty good. Triple chop, not so much. I go with cleave, which just adds some raw damage. Anything more interesting? You know what? I don't use mage hunters. I could give him mage. Well, Cyclone Axe uses a lot of energy. Defy pain. Don't think that's terribly important here. A lot of different options for things that I could do. Question is, what's actually a good idea? Skullcrack's not terrible. I should just pick something. How about... you know what? You know what? Can't go wrong with just slapping on a cleave. So let's just slap on a cleave. Maybe more interesting stuff in other attribute lines, but whatever. We're gonna roll with this. We have to hurry and save Chahbek Village. We are ready. Gonna use those. Get in there. Save Chahbek Village. This guy goes from being like level 0 to level 22. Okay, so this, like I said, this is the equivalent to, oh man, maybe I should have, there are ways to deal with the condition spam that these guys are doing, but it certainly is not by doing, not bringing a, I could have brought, stuff with him that would have helped, but whatever. Doesn't matter that much. But yeah, that first guy is like level 0 in normal mode. But yeah, this covers the same things. It covers, I'm pretty sure it covers pings. But also it covers using items, interacting with world objects, stuff that wasn't covered by the mission we just saw. Irresistible Sweep really helping out here. So I have a particular way that I like to approach this mission. Or I grab this here, fling it, and come and clear out these. The catapults are used to take out the ships, which is pretty cool, actually. And there's a lot of good spectacle in this, but you can kind of go at your own pace. This is the big difference, right? With Minister Cho's estate, they're like, here's the pace at which you're going through this. With Chahbek Village, it's like, hey, just go on your own pace. And this guy will tell us about is the tutorial for bosses, like we just saw with the other guy. But I don't need to worry about any of that stuff. I can just go in here and give him what's for, and everything will be fine. I can get his Corsair trappings. So let's go grab more Astani fire oil. This has a bunch of cloth in it, probably. And then I like to go and hit the other catapults and take out the other side. I don't know. That's just the way that I like to do the mission. This one can be a nice one to do when you get Zaishan coins because it's fairly quick, so I've done it with some regularity. This is a spot where I want to be careful to not over aggro, because these guys are a bit more dangerous, and we're only a 4-person party. It's fairly small for this game. But Young Heroes of Tyria has a lot of 4-person parties, so... There we go. So, that one, which is the equivalent of Mr. Cho's Estate, took... Let's see, does it actually have the timer? No, it might not, because it doesn't count by time. It took a lot less time, is what I'm saying. Okay, so now I need to do Jokanur Diggings. Black Tie Den we already did. Okay, so who do I need to bring to this one? Do I need to bring Dankoro? I definitely don't need Kos, and I'd like Daedalon back, please. If I need Dankoro, I can just give him a build kind of like Ogden's, and we'll be good. Somehow this copper shilling's filled with an iron. It's worth more as an iron. Alright, let's go... I don't think I care about trying to get materials out of either of those. I don't need cloth or tanned hide. I'll talk to the Dig Master in just a second to see who he wants me to bring with me. Okay, Dig Master, who do I need to bring with me? We're ready? Milani. I have to bring Milani. Oh, that's... Okay, I guess we're not getting Daedalon again. Bye, Daedalon. Milani has to join the team. What's Milani wielding? Where is Milani? She's all the way down here. No, she's doing some sort of Vow of Silence bar. Okay, she has a Hand of Forgotten. That's fine. This bar is not. I don't need her doing this. Let's see. A lot of undead here, so it's probably good for her to do something that can interact with them well. All this stuff. I don't mind giving her a bar not dissimilar to my own. Maybe Avatar of Balthazar? Let's see. No, not channeling Restoration Magic. Or Death Pact Signet. Heart of Fury is fine. Radiant Scythe is good. Yeah, let's just give her... Attacker's Insight gives her a chance to block, which is useful, and Whirling Charge lets her dash in, which I think is useful. And then, yeah, Avatar of Balthazar will make her deal holy damage, give her more armor against physical, gain adrenaline more quickly, which will fuel all this stuff. This seems fine. Not 100% what I'd want, but seems fine. We're here to help however we can. We're coming with Milani. Couldn't remember who was needed. Avatar of Dwayna also makes me deal holy damage for whatever that's worth. Oh, I forgot it. Whatever. It doesn't matter that much. I'll be reusing it soon enough. Omir must survive. The bonus here is to keep some undead dudes alive, but it does not matter that much, so... I don't need bonus. I'd prefer not to bring Milani with me if I could help it, but she is literally required, so oh well. At least she can set things on fire. Oh, she does not have the same durability I do. This doesn't actually surprise me. Some of our hex removal was on the other guy, and I can remove hexes for myself with Avatar of Dwayna. But that's not a privilege Milani gets from Avatar of Balthazar. I don't think we need two Avatar of Dwaynas. This sets things on fire and helps get through stuff, so. This, by the way, is why I like Banishing Strike. It's very quick recharging, which makes it good for getting rid of hexes, because the hexes, Avatar Dwayna removes hexes from you based on the use of Dervish attack skills. So Banishing Strike's quick recharge allows you to do that quickly, which is very helpful. Makes it quite handy, in my opinion. If the hexes can mostly be focused on me, that'd be good. Milani's got a lot of junk on her. Oh man, I just like how so many of these systems in this game work. I'm just thinking about, like, degeneration versus healing and the degen cap, and, like, sometimes you want regen, sometimes you want just straight heals. Hey, Clean Star. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for dropping by. We're about to get zapped. Okay, or maybe not. Yeah, whatever. We can drop that. Get some weakness going around. Yeah, the avatars are really cool. It's a really neat mechanic. It has a brute sword. The glowing blue eyes. Let's not get crushed by that. Hey, Derek the Quick. I want to wait for my party to kind of get through here. Okay, good. We did not lose a bunch of minions in the collapsing nonsense. These restless corpses are undead, so they're going to take double damage from the holy that our avatar forms deal, which is really nice. So they're going to die very quickly. Also, this really annoying effect is a hex, so I should be able to strip it with... right, Avatar of Dwayna skills. Okay, Derek. Making me contend with these guys, eh? Yeah, this is where we get smart and see that he's running up this way. Oh man, body blocked. Excellent. This is weird that they made a thing that just makes the screen all green. Bit of an odd choice. So the bonus here is just to not harm any Sunspirit ghosts. I'm gonna wait for this thing to fall before going through there. I just have Milani avatar herself up. Okay, so theoretically it's best to not harm those ghosts. They don't actually attack us, but our minions are probably going to kill them, so... Not harm, by the way, in this case just means don't kill. I'll probably fail it, and I do not care. I am pumping out so much bonus healing, it's great. Yeah, we totally took one down. But I'm not doing this for Zaishin quests. I already have the Master's reward on this, so I do not care. I seem to recall that if you place these on the pedestal, something comes to take them away, so I'm just going to leave it beside it. Seems easier to me. This part's annoying. There's a bunch of flame traps around here that go off and try to incinerate you, and I prefer to take this nice and carefully so that doesn't happen. You can see that it's a bad idea to have happen. Hey, bones. I think it works like lava, where it sets you on fire and cripples you. Which, needless to say, is not good for your health. There we go. Alright, let's go get this other stone tablet and head on back. I don't trust these things to not go off. Okay, this one went off first, so it'll disable first. I can run faster with this button. Haha. Yeah, just put those back and it opens the door. Oh yeah, and then this part we're supposed to protect Kadesh here from attack. I'm just going to refresh these because I'm going to want them. Let's go ahead and use the summoning stone too. Why not? Don't think I need the summoning stone, but it might be nice. And I might as well use them because I've got them. Item not using item wasted in effect, right? Wow, these things have a lot of bones in them. It's just like they're made of bones or something. They are, by the way, made of bones. Oh, man. Just getting all that bonus holy damage is so nice. You know what else is going to be nice? Is, ooh, Dead Sword. Is when I go to Tyria and don't have to bring specific heroes anymore. I have no way to speed up that guy's movement, so we're just going to stand here and wait for him to catch up. This is pretty good. I don't know if Dead Swords are still a popular skin or not, but max damage Q9 inscribable slot seems pretty good for that front. Okay, I just had to go back and check to make sure he was actually moving because he was going so slowly I couldn't tell from the mini-map. which is not promising at all. Okay, so this will finish this. Yeah, done Boros past Frostgate. This is Gates of Kryda. And then these are the 4 Ascalonian missions, so we'll probably head back to Ascalon after this. Is my current plan of action. I gotta reapply my avatar because of course I do. That scene ended it for some reason. The Trial of Perseverance is complete. More like the Trial of Patience, am I right? The Apocrypha is of course some sort of revelation going on over there. Salient Sword is an odd name as well. This boss is a Mesmer boss, so I should be well suited to absorb stuff from it, given my many attack skills. Actually, no, it's Grim Monolith, so I guess it can be whatever the heck it feels like being. Between Dervish, Paragon, and Mesmer. I just feel like they're usually Mesmer. Of course, the minions are going to be pretty strong against that, so that's nice. Oh, I think it's down. Excellent. How did we do? 1 Sunspear Ghost harmed. Cool. I don't know what that means for how we did, but... Hello, birdie. I think you can... I could still make a weapon here, but I don't really have any desire to. Okay. Did I hear Milani? I want Daedalon back. Lion's Arch. Because we're just filling in for the rest of the stream where it ended a bit early. We might be able to do 1 or 2 more missions here. This one's going to be surprisingly long and difficult, though. I don't think I need more chitin. No. You can see my chitin's a full stack right here. There's Rolf. Hey, Rolf. This mission's going to be a heck of a lot more pleasant without having to worry about doing the bonus and running all over the place for that. Okay. You can just go on in. Yes, I know I have somebody from another campaign. That is how this works. Hey, we got a snowman. How seasonally appropriate. I mean, Winter's Day just ended, but you know. Need to talk to Captain Calhan. Let him know we're going out on our scouting mission to hunt for Char. He will appreciate that, I guess. These Whip-tail Devourers, by the way, are specifically the reason why I want to... yeah, lightning reflexes, blocking stance, very annoying. That's specifically why I wanted Irresistible Sweep. Hopefully we have enough damage to take care of the Grawl. so maybe I should give a moment for Olivia to make another minion or two. We'll go with another minion. The Grawl Eulodytes up here can be surprisingly potent healers. I know this mission right here in particular can be more difficult than you would expect it to be. At least that's how I feel about it. Ascalon in general is a lot harder in hard mode. The Ascalonian missions really kick it up a notch. These guys can have knockdowns, which can be really painful as well. Their necklaces, I think, can be salvaged to either granite or plant fibers. Some surprise options from it. Oh man, their snowman got him. Thankfully, Minion Horde will probably do a pretty good job of dealing damage. Interesting that I didn't get any Grawl Eulodite spawns, just regular Grawl. There's usually a few of the healers along here, in my experience, but really not so much today, which is actually quite nice. Up. Let's break that. Yeah, nope, just Grawl. This mission can be really... It can be really hard to get through some of these guys if you get enough Eulodytes, because it's hard to fit everything you need into 4 people. It becomes a real challenge. Like, this game is kind of designed around an 8-person party. And so 4- and 6-person parties both have, like, weird compromise you have to do. Try to fit everything in. That can make things surprisingly difficult at times. And one of the things that can suffer is some of the support. It's really easy to build too low on damage because you're trying to increase survivability. Because in hard mode, these enemies do hurt. So if you're trying to focus too much on survivability, what'll inevitably happen to you is you'll lose out on damage. And if you try to have both of damage and healing, you'll often lack on utility stuff that lets you deal with other things. So it's a real puzzle in terms of how to balance the different things that you need, because this is a game that really does need support stuff. Like the fact that I am fitting in a bunch of party healing on with my elite is actually really important to our operation here. Because it really helps keep the minions around, right? Because then I don't have to bring minion healing. And it also allows me to have hex removal built into my character, which also increases durability. You can see all those 44-point heals really add up. And then I'm also bringing stance removal. So it's just, like I said, balancing all of the different things that you end up kind of needing. Okay, yeah, let's go through here. I think this is a little bit better of an approach. There's actually 2 ways through here. There's 2 paths. There's a normal path up the hill and around. And there's this path over here, which is kind of a back path almost, it feels like. That takes us to the side. And this way will reduce some of the Devourer pop-up spawns we have to deal with. This part up here can still be really, really rough. There's a fight here between Grawl and Gargoyles that you kind of get in the middle of, and there's just an awful lot of enemies. And dealing with all of the... In particular, there's just a lot of hexes that are going to land on you. And dealing with all of those can be surprisingly difficult. This is where my avatar, again, comes through a lot, because I'm going to be out in lead. The fact that my avatar form lets me strip hexes off myself can really help speed things up. The other thing is coming this way maybe doesn't have the tar the same way. That tar slows down your movement speed, so it can be quite nasty. That didn't go too badly. The other thing is the minions also will help absorb some of the hexes, which is also quite beneficial. I just preemptively drop that. I'm gonna get hit by some of this here. Yeah, you can see how quickly I'm able to remove hexes for myself with the attack skills. That really helps a lot. Not having to go for the bonus and grabbing stuff for Kiln Trista is also really, really nice. I feel like a lot of times when I'm doing these, I end up having to do the bonus because I'm doing something that requires it. Or I'm like doing it for the first time, so I might as well for the experience, or you know what I mean. So it's really nice to not have to worry about doing the bonus. Yeah, that'll help. Sure. I don't mind keeping that around on me. Just have a little bit of time left in them. We're actually pretty close to the end of this mission. Gotta have a run speed buff. That's going to be kind of important. That's part of this mission basically requires you to run from a horde of enemies, so having a run speed buff helps with that tremendously in hard mode. This is the last enemy we actually have to fight though, so I'm probably going to just let my avatar end. Switch over to this scythe as well. I don't need the I want the increased duration so it can be up 100%, but I don't need, like, I'm not going to be attacking anything, so the Zealous Scythe is bad for my energy regen. Yep. I'd rather use this one. This does not have that downside. This way. So we just need to run back to the wall. And this is my Fiery Scythe, so. This does give me a little bit of a speed boost, but this is a faster speed boost, so. And ideally, I want to not fight anything along the way. Should be fairly easy to avoid most enemies. Our minions and snowman and everything are probably gonna die, but that's okay. They've served their purpose. Okay. I was worried for a moment there that I might invisibly be body blocked, which is something that can happen in this game and sucks when it does. This can actually be quite difficult if you don't have a run speed buff in hard mode because the enemies move faster. So it's quite possible for them to catch up to you when in normal mode in normal mode you do not need to be able to run faster than normal in order to be able to get through this. But it's really, really helpful in hard mode. So otherwise the enemies can like chase you and catch up to you a lot more easily. And it's possible to get caught up and overwhelmed. I should actually be using Secret Agent here. This gives me better stuff against Char, and we're going to be fighting a bunch of Char coming up. Not a lot in this mission in particular, but one to come, there will be plenty. There we go. That wraps that up. Okay, let's go ahead and do Fort Ranik. I think Fort Ranik I want to do more or less the same thing, except I need to clear out my inventory before I go in there. Interesting. Not really what I want from a weapon, but I think I can get something useful from that. Yeah, I can get a plant fiber. Plant fiber from that's probably better than the thing by itself would be. Ooh. That's good. Okay, you know what? I'll just carefully sell things over here to Graham. Yes, longbows, holy staff. I don't think I have any reason to hang on to this. I'm gonna go with no. Let's see, bonus in Fort Ranik. Fort Ranik is a mission that I have a hard time doing without doing the bonus. So we're pretty much... Like, it's possible if... The bonus is basically, did you keep Armin Saberlin alive? In my experience. So that's pretty easy to do. Hey, a Juggernaut. That's cool. So yeah, time to fight a bunch of Char. Thankfully, I have a Juggernaut to help me, and Rebel Yell to give my party plus 10 armor and more energy when we kill Char. So, Rebel Yell you actually get from Eye of the North, but it works against the Char here too, because they're Char. Char or Char. I don't care too much where they come from. This is another spot where having all of my hex removal is going to be immensely helpful. Like my personal ability to strip hexes off myself. Over here, you can see... Yep, Armin Saberlin died. So that's no bonus for me. That's fine. It's not really important. I think you have to talk to him in order to be able to do the bonus. This works a lot better if I am targeting an enemy. Juggernaut has this nice effect that gives you +1 energy regeneration when you're near it. So some of us are enjoying that. Yeah, I think we just need to go around here. It would have been nice to keep Armin Saberlin alive, but like I said, it doesn't ultimately matter. Hey. Oh man, the other thing about Juggernauts is they have this ridiculous skill that just like knocks things down forever. It is absolute bonkers. It's just like, yeah, you are going to fall over now, and you're not getting back up for like 5 seconds or something ludicrous like that. Like, normal knockdown duration is 2 seconds. Some stuff lets you get it to 3. Absolutely ridiculous knockdown is like 4 seconds, jumping through all sorts of hoops by being a hammer warrior. Actually, backbreaker right here. This knockdown lasts 4 seconds. It's absolutely bonkers. And these guys just come along and have like, yeah, I've got a 5-second knockdown. They use it on you, you are not getting back up. This is real. Like, when you're knocked down, you can't, like, do anything. This boss is using a Bane Signet on me. Right, yeah, less of your hexes, please. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Pious Renewal is really sweet against the Char with Twin Moon Sweep, because Twin Moon Sweep, if it hits all the possible number of enemies, just like fully refills when you're getting double adrenaline off of Char. Which is good times. It's like you only need to hit like 2 Char or something with it to get a full refill. It is great. It is ridiculous. It will help a lot in sort of what needs to happen here. Because the thing about Twin Moon Sweep, right, is it heals me as well. So I remove an enchantment which heals me, and then it itself heals me for like 120 HP at my current attributes. So yeah, I don't know how to do this without freeing Trooper Dieter Saberlin over there. I'm gonna go around this way. Why walk down the valley of Char killing you face when instead I can walk over here and not do that? Oh, you know what I didn't bring? See, this is the thing that happens, right? You only have so much capacity for things. This guy is totally using Shield of Judgment, and I didn't bring enchantment removal, so I just have to deal with it. I could have, but I've had to sacrifice something else. Very useful to know you can go that way, by the way. I could have brought Rending Touch to be able to deal with it. But then what would I have had to give up? Always trade-offs in this game. I could also have brought it instead of something else. Maybe instead of Clumsiness. Doesn't matter that much overall. Okay, we got some guys coming up behind us here. I guess technically I can remove enchantments if they get knocked down. I can Running Aura to get rid of it. I don't have any knockdowns, but the Juggernaut does. So if the Juggernaut knocks somebody down, I can do something. I don't have a native great ability to do anything about these guys, but fortunately, we have these Bone Fiends. Turns out Bone Fiends are nice and ranged, so they can kind of deal with some of this. There's a group running down here, so I want to be careful about how I'm grabbing aggro or not, as the case may be. Okay, let's just ignore those guys. We could probably find a good angle to fight them, but the bridge is obstructing stuff, so it's just best not to worry about it and move on. We'll get a better point of view later. Okay, you know what? Maybe we... Yeah. I can't do a whole lot to fight them as part of the issue here. I'm gonna do some stuff to help us heal. Splinter weapon helps. Wait. Huh. How does this interact with... Yeah, like we're starting to get minions up there. How does this work with ranged? Is it nearby that foe? Obviously, I can use it to get some additional healing in, which is what I'm doing, but... This guy does not want to die. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to kill this thing to free up. These guys are aggroed on it. They're trying to kill it, but they can't path to it. So they're just kind of standing there. So by killing it, our Juggernaut will move forward and our minions will move forward and stuff. It wasn't great, but it was the situation I was in. So... Yeah, I know. You got exploding arrows. I got it. Picked up on that. There we go. Clear that out. Yeah, you. How about you stop putting hexes on me? How's that sound? Sound good. I want to make sure I hang on to these char hides. I can trade them in for squares down the way. It's possible I don't need to come back up this direction. I just always do. Maybe I should experiment a little bit. Friggin' Shield of Judgment again. This removes enchantments from knockdown foes off of my attack skills. Okay, I'm actually really curious now. If Armin Saberlin dies, can I still rescue... Okay, first of all... No, that does not do what I was hoping it would do. That's fine. I just wanted to know. Okay, I think I actually successfully removed the thing with the... So he'll give us some reports about char movement. And then this will lead around. It's possible that this path goes in and connects in, and I just usually come up here and take this upper route. Just because this is how I've always gone. Nope. That gets you the bonus. Armin Saberlin does not have to survive. You just have to rescue Dieter Saberlin. That's the bonus, is rescue Dieter Saberlin, regardless of whether or not Armin Saberlin's around to help with it. Man, Shield of Judgment is real good against minion balls. I mean, the advantage of coming around this way is it does let you pick up loot from the guys up here, so that's nice. Yeah. So down there is where we curved up to go after Peter Saberlin. And it looks like the path would continue on, and we'd fight Rorst. One Eye, if I hadn't turned. When the Avatar's ended, interrupts whatever you're doing, so I was in the middle of recasting the Avatar and it ended. This path does seem a little bit better, though, in that... there we go. It maybe cuts down on a boss fight for better or worse. But also lets you take out some of these guys on the hill more easily, which I think is a huge benefit. Ascalon Engineer over there, I think, just always dies. I do wish they were a little bit more consistent in the game about whether they're Ascalons or Ascalonians for the adjective, I guess, version of the name. So, like, I'm pretty sure even if I tell Ogden to go and Prospirit that guy, he's just gonna die. Nope, he does not, in fact, just die. That's cool. So hang on, do you say anything? The Char aren't anything without their claws and teeth. If you can stay away from those, you'll be fine. I don't think I've ever saved this guy before. That's real cool. Hey, Ascalonian Engineer. Yeah, he's alive. Okay. I'm just kind of... That's the thing that normally he just does not survive. But I guess if you throw a Pot Spirit on him, he will. So that's cool. Learned something today. I learned something today. They talk about the Char. Got a meteor shower. That is a meteor shower, by the way, if anybody is wondering. Let's not just stand in that. Okay. Like I said, best not to stand in the meteor showers. This guy is a little over from it, though. This team's actually doing a real solid job, and I'm quite pleased with them. Here's Siege Master Lormar.
Damn Char snuck up while I was repairing this trebuchet. It's missing a release lever, a restraining bolt, and an arming crank. Search the other wrecked trebuchets to find those 3 pieces and bring them to me. If you do, I can fix this little lovely, and we'll give those Char a taste of their own filth. To activate the trebuchet app...
Okay, cool. I just wanted to hear him tell me about arming cranks and other wrecked trebuchets. It's one of those things where they're like simultaneously trying to convey kind of important rudimentary information about how some of these things work while delivering some lore on it and giving a little bit of a personality. Bit of a tricky balance to try to achieve. There's my restraining bolt. This thing is heavy and makes you move slowly. Which, needless to say, is annoying. This is an important mechanic in some of the PvP. Some of the guild versus guild stuff specifically. So they're wanting to make sure to give you some instruction on the matter. Such a bad place to stand. Okay, well, we've cleared out that mess. Here's my release lever. They are not all identical looking, which is appreciated. Looks like a giant match, actually. And here is the giant match. Look at that screenshot later and wonder why the heck I took it. I just need an arming crank to blast those char back over the wall. Well, I bet we can get one over here by this char fire caller. So what you're going to find is there's an enormous group of char down there. Real fun in normal mode on a level 20 character. Just go in and just end them. But this is not normal mode, so we aren't just walking in there. Not without getting absolutely trashed, so... we need to help the Siege Master repair his trebuchet so that we can blast the char back over the wall, as he says. And repeats his instructions on how this sucker works. Slowly, apparently, is the answer. So, there's a bunch of red nameplates over there. This forms its explosive container. Now, you'll notice this is teaching you about, like, carrying items and stuff, just the same way Chahbek Village was. Boom! Whole group of char goes splat. Right here, actually. Do I want to use these for the last part? I guess so, yeah, why not? Is, like, this is a grain sack. I think you might see them in various places, but it just shows you where the projectile is going to hit. There's further places you can go to get wrecked catapult parts that I don't know why you would, but I guess theoretically you could. Seems like an awful long way to go for them, but here we are. I'm not even using a stance, so there's no reason to wild blow me. I guess it's not entirely true. Wild blow can't be blocked, and I was using a blocking enchantment, so... there's that. There's just another catapult right here, or another trebuchet. I'm going to activate this one. The char... there's some char here that kind of, when you get close enough, it triggers some movement. And so, like, launching it can be kind of helpful, maybe. See if this hits anything notable. It does have quite a bit of, like, time to actually hit. It's a bit awkward and weird. I might not have done it properly as well. Yeah, okay, there's the trigger that makes the char move. So ideally you have like multiple players here, so one player can be standing at the trebuchet and like fire it when you trigger them to move. Because they will kind of disperse after a moment. But this should block them but good. There we go. Use that trebuchet properly. It is useful. I don't think those random lightning strikes do anything to you. This is a much longer mission, as you can tell. I've been in this map for like 23 minutes. Much, much longer than some of the other ones. These Prophecies missions are all often kind of lengthy. I'm going to give my party a chance to catch up here. These minions are not nothing, and I'd like them to be with me. Actually, I want to go after this Charm Martyr first. think just the boss needs to die. Maybe not. Maybe his whole group needs to go down. His martyr should go down a lot more quickly now that it doesn't have... Oh, never mind. Spoke too soon. There we go. Juggernaut knocked it down. That lets me strip off its Shield of Judgment. There we go. Hooray! Let's let this cutscene play a little bit. Hey, Prince Rook. I see you managed to walk through me.
The time for action has come. No more cowering behind this wall. From now on, we take the fight to our enemies.
Prince Rurik! Prince Rurik!
What is it?
Prince Rurik! We are victorious, but it has cost us greatly.
Has.
During their retreat, the Char took prisoners. Several of our wounded have been carried off.
Yep.
Ascalons will live in fear of these beasts no more.
Oh man,
We
it even
march to
he
the
said
north
Ascalons,
to
but the
free
text
our
said
brothers and
Ascalonians.
take back that which has been taken from us.
But of course. Yeah, and then this drops us off at the frontier gate, which is actually just right next to where he was speaking. I think he was... So this is one of those things that's kind of a cool little detail. Right here is where we fought. He was up here talking, I think. Up here or up here. So we're actually right next to, like, down in there is where we fought the boss. Like, we came in there and fought it there. And Siege Master Lormar is out over there. It's one of those things where it's, like, easy to not notice those details. But Fort Ranik actually drops you off really close to, or like Frontier Gate is really close to the end of the Fort Ranik mission. Anyway, that's going to go ahead and conclude things for this bonus Guild Wars part of stream. The next scheduled stream is Saturday, and it will be more of the Guild Wars Beyond lore playthrough. So that's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to that. If you want to see when that actually begins, you can check the schedule down below. It's 11 a.m. Pacific Daylight Standard Time. I think we're still on Standard Time. But you can also follow the channel to get notified when I go live, or I also mention it in my Discord. So that'll be all for me for today, though. I thank you all for watching, for dropping by, and until next time, everyone, take care and goodbye.